everyone. Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Path Trading Partners, along with Bob Icino. So let's check in on Ethereum. Ethereum spiking down to 703 level, actually spiking down to 692, then closing back above that, now trading at that cluster level again. So that's what we're watching for. We can also just do another projection down. It did hold nicely, came up to rotation zone 8, pushing the price lower, and then collapsing. So far, I mean, we got 1, 2, 3. This could easily still head lower. We're going to watch what happens on the next pullback, though. Next key areas for resistance on a rally, 734 to 740. Then on a stronger rally, we'll be watching for about 763 to 770. What are our next levels lower? Let's see. We can punch in. I'll fine tune that in a second. Let's get this tied to there, format it. Let's take off these levels from the other potential double charts. And let's check out what the next potential levels are lower. So we're going to be watching for, if it gets through 682, then 667, 652, and 641. Let's step back though and get a bigger perspective on Ethereum. This key area is this major body reversal right here. So watch for, it looks like we might gain some divergences. We've now had 1, 2, 3, 4 major down days, and we're pulling away from the rotation zone on the daily, and we're at a very key area. So I would not be surprised to at least see some corrective move before we head lower. Now, what's interesting about this is if we do just collapse down, the next major level I'd be targeting would be right around the 200, which would be 582 before we got to the 565. Now, let's check in on the weekly chart for Ethereum. What's interesting on the weekly chart, let me zoom this over, is we are now below the rotation zone, yet the week still is not over yet. So key level on the weekly to watch for is if we close below 732. If we close below 732, that would not be a positive for Ethereum. However, if we can rally back up and close above 732, that would mean we test the bottom of the rotation zone and still closed in it. So that would be at least, hey, we test a very key level and we rallied back above. It does not mean there's not going to be lower prices, but just means the probability shift back that we could move sideways for a bit or have a bigger up move before we then reassess to see what's going on. Again, we don't have any high probability patterns. There's no divergences yet on the daily, and on the 4-hour, let's see, there potentially divergences forming up if we get a rally on here. So see, we're making some higher highs and prices making lower lows. So keep an eye out on the 5-period RSI. Should we turn up, make another, or this key low holds, and then the RSI doesn't make a new low, we can then start watching for that bigger rally to the levels I mentioned before. So we have for you on Ethereum, and we'll talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.